Hey YouTube! I know that this video is coming a bit late for you guys to do your Easter eggs, but I'm going to post it anyway, and maybe you can use it next year for your Easter eggs. Anyways, this is going to be a Cool Whip dyeing egg video. So I've never done this before. I have done the marbleized eggs where you do the vinegar dye and then you put it into an oil dye before, but I haven't done it this way, so this is brand new to me and definitely not the expert on this. So this is the first time that I've ever done it. You will need your hard-boiled eggs. I have two that have cracks in them, but I'm going to dye them anyway. You'll need your Cool Whip or any sort of whipped cream, vinegar, gel food coloring. They say that the gel is brighter than the liquid. You'll need a dish to put your Cool Whip in. You'll need something like a spoon so that you can drip your color onto the Cool Whip. Wax paper to let your eggs dry. Gloves, I hear it gets kind of messy. And something like a toothpick or a wooden dowel that you can stir the colors into the Cool Whip with. I'm going to use this. Technically it's a toothpick. The first step is to put your eggs into vinegar and let them soak for 2 minutes. So I have a pot here that I'm going to put the eggs in and let them soak for 2 minutes. While those eggs are soaking, I'm going to go ahead and put a layer of whipped cream into the dish that I have for this. Since it is whipped cream, you can use any cooking dish. And I'm going to do at least 3/4 of an inch thick of a layer. For this step, you can use paper towels, dish towel, any sort of rag just to dry off the eggs as you take them out of the vinegar. The shells will be very soft, so be careful not to crack them. I'm going to put on my gloves now. So the colors that I have are the basic colors, red, yellow, green, and blue. But if I'm going to put 2 colors together on the whipped cream, so that way whenever I mix them together with a toothpick, maybe I'll get a purple or an orange. So I'm going to go ahead and start with red. Put a little bit of vinegar in my spoon here. Very small amount. We'll start with a very small amount. I don't know how much it actually takes, but oh, that's not mixing very well, huh? Tiny, tiny whisk. We're basically trying to make the gel color into a liquid color with the vinegar. That's pretty good. I might have to get more of my toothpick flosses for the other colors. Now that I have dripped blue and red over here, we're just gonna kind of marble through them with the toothpick so that way they intertwine, and we'll be ready to roll. It looks like about 3 eggs in this space. By doing the blue and the red, it's a possibility that I might get some purple out of this. But we'll just have to see. Don't want to get it too mixed up. To the side here a little bit. The egg rolling through it will mix it up even more also. To the wax paper. Start on this side, and I'm just going to roll it to where it goes all the way around at least once. There we go. Pushing in the bottom and the top of the egg as well. And this is why you want to have the gloves. Yes, because this is pretty messy. I'm just going to set it on my wax paper with all that goop on it. I'm going to roll 2 more in these colors. Bottom and the top. I found that after it had the vinegar on it, the shell got a lot softer, and so they're much easier to crack. You have to be really, really careful with them. I've used all the space I could in this dish. So I'm going to continue to do some different colors on some of my 5 eggs and 2 different color schemes. And now I'm going to start fresh, rinse this out, and get a new batch of whipped cream in here and do some more. Okay, so I'm ready to start a new one. I have a friend that would say, what a waste of whipped cream. But you know what? They were on sale at my supermarket for 4 for $5, so. Now that we have all of our eggs whipped creamed up, we need to wait at least 10 minutes. So I'll probably wait about 15 minutes. And then we rinse them off with cold water, or you can wipe them off very gently with a paper towel. Rather than wasting paper towels, we're just going to rinse them here at the sink. It has now been 15 minutes. It wasn't as messy as I thought it would be. I wore my bad shirt so that way if I mess it up I was okay. But I'm still going to keep on my gloves to rinse these in cold water, and we'll see what our outcome is. after rinsing them, it looks like somebody spewed Lucky Charms or something in my sink. I rinsed it out though. It's whipped cream, it melts. So here's our outcome. A lot more pastel than I thought. I think if I were to try to do marble dyed eggs again, I might stick with the dog scratching to get out. I might stick with the vinegar dye and then the oil dye right afterwards to get that marbled effect with a second color. But these are okay. This is one of the cracked ones. You can see the crack in blue and red. That one was. This one was. This is very pastel. This one was the yellow and green. Hold on, let me turn off one of those lights to see if that helps. Maybe. Yellow and green, trying to get it in the right spot so you can see them. Because that one is really pastel. That yellow didn't even show up really. Actually, this was yellow and blue, but it made green. Yellow and red, kind of did an orange. Light does not help at all. And then these down here are, besides these, are probably the best ones. These are green and blue. And that is what you get for the whipped cream egg dyeing. Thank you so much for watching. Stacy Noel CP on Instagram if you get a chance to follow. And thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel where I show all the crafty things that I do and I don't get personal. Thanks a lot. Bye.